Thursday.
Good morning, Miami Dolphin fans. A big fins up to you on this Monday morning, President's Day. I hope you're all having a super duper Monday as we get to talk Miami Dolphins football yet once again. So thank you for joining us. Already have some people here in the room. Appreciate it very much, guys. We have Crazy Dolphin, Aquavision in the Back It Up Fins podcast has already commented here this morning. So thank you for joining us on this President's Day. So good morning to you guys all. Anyway, so the Dolphins, as you saw real quick there when I was starting the show, the Dolphins have made another addition to the coaching staff. I honestly hadn't known too much about him, so I did a little research on him this morning. He was actually coach for he was actually picked by the Miami Dolphins in the fourth round in the 1993 draft. This all according to Pro Football Reference, but he never played a down for the Miami Dolphins. But he went on to have a 10-year career as a defensive back with Denver, Arizona, Atlanta, and Minnesota. He played for University of Colorado. Drafted fairly highly by Miami back in 1993, but did not make the club, but went on, like I said, to have a 10-year career. He has coached in the NFL before. He's currently, not currently, because now he's currently on the Dolphins, but he had just come out of college. So that's where he has been. But with that said, he did coach. This is per Alan Prepar. He coached back in with Mike McDaniel, and Mike McDaniel was just a coaching intern with the Denver Broncos. Bradford was a part of that. So there you see some connection on how it came full circle. As per Alan Prepar. In 2003, he was a special teams coach when McDaniel was an intern with the Broncos. Now McDaniel's the big boss on the team as the head coach. So it's gone around. That's cool. And, he's been coming back out of the college ranks where he actually coached defense and secondary. Seems like we got a lot of secondary coaches coming in with coach, but he was defense there. But he's going to be the title they gave him is Senior Special Teams Assistant. Is that an advisor role? Is it an actual just special team assistant with a little fancy senior thrown on there to make it sound fancier? We don't know, but we do know that our special teams can use any help it can get. So if it doesn't hurt, it helps. And I hope this helps because maybe he will see things and he can get into the air of Crossman and fix up some of our special teams issues we had over the past couple of seasons. So that would be nice. Hey, Aquavision and Dolphin Don. So those were some. So basically, guys, if I'm leaving someone out, let's see. So we've added about 6 guys with him. We've added Anthony Weaver, of course, who's already been announced and had a special press conference and all that. We've hired Joe Barry for linebacker. We've hired Ryan Crow, outside linebacker. We hired Brian Duker, which they gave him like secondary and passing game coordinator, and Deshaun Sheed, who played defensive back, but I never actually saw his role. If you guys saw what they defined, I'm imagining he's going to help coach the secondary, but I never actually saw the title they gave She. He played for Seattle back in the day. So we have added a lot mainly all to the defensive side and now it's on special teams, but we have added to the coaching staff and also subtracted from the coaching staff. We will see if that wraps up the hiring or do they still have more in store. It's already an active off season and we haven't even gotten into lowering the cap number. We haven't got into the draft talk yet. Draft talk, yes, but we haven't gotten to the draft season for the Miami Dolphins yet. March 13th is around the corner. That's in the new league year, less than a month away. Dolphins have a lot of subtracting salary wise, cap number wise. Now, whether they push some of those numbers down the road, we will see. Do they just do outright cut? We will see. There's going to be some outright cuts, and they're probably going to be some forms of restructure, and they will be under that cap number come March 13th. A true Blazer, big thumbs up for you. Do you guys know who? It's President's Day. Do you guys know who was the president the last time the Miami, or both times actually, in the Miami Dolphins run the Super Bowl? So that is, put it this way, it's been way too long. The last time they won the Super Bowl, not in the Super Bowl. So we will see on that if any of you guys know that. But overall, it's always fun to talk about the Miami Dolphins. And this is where I'm going to get into a 30-second disclaimer. Dolphins football should be fun, guys. No reason to fight among each other. We're all just Dolphin fans. We root for the same thing. We all want the Dolphins to win. No other excuse. No reason to be petty. Unless Chris Greer and Ross are calling you for decisions on the team or calling me, all we just living on what they do and hoping they make the right moves. We don't have the power to change it other than, hope that they do it right. So that's what I have to say. It's all fun, entertainment. If I happen to think someone's great and you happen to think someone stinks or vice versa, it's just in our opinions at the end of the day. Does it really matter? No. End of the day, it's a game for entertainment, meant to be fun. No reason for infighting. So that's why here at Dolphins Thirsty, we all look at you as all teammates. And you guys, Brock, hey, Justin, thank you walking in the show. Same to all you guys. Big fins up to you. I need to get Justin on here and getting back to doing some draft stuff for me, but it may take some negotiations, Justin. Come on, Justin. Happy though. I hope you got your car back. He had his car stolen recently, so kudos to him for hanging in there, getting his car back, and all that good stuff. So I hope you guys, what do you guys think of the senior special teams assistant? Big news, little news, yeah, news. That's what we have for you today. I will probably run a mock draft if you guys want to. Some of you draft fans, we can just do it for fun. Yes, True Blazers Sports is supposed to be fun. That's my message here. And that's why I look at you guys as teammates. When I just come here to talk Miami Dolphins football, doesn't matter if you think player A is the greatest thing since sliced bread or you think he's the worst thing since taxes. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, whoever's on that team is on our team. Like I say, unless Ross is calling you or Greer is calling you, we don't have any say. I know, I sure as hell know I don't have any say. I haven't my whole fandom life, but it's all good. But just looking at some Jaden Daniels, love the prospect. No Carolina hate insurance. No car hate insurance. Ugh. It's a mistake not moving on from Crossman. I know that's the one move, Scotty, I thought they would make on the coaching staff, and they did not make. And hey, what are we to say? They obviously like him. They think it's other reasons, or they don't think there's anyone better. I don't know. Maybe Bradford will have more say. Maybe that senior thing's kind of like an advisor role. Like, you hear sometimes they hire an advisor to defense or an advisor to offense. Maybe he will put his input in there. McDaniel, like I said, he was an intern way back when he worked with him, but he obviously saw something he liked, or is he just giving a bone to someone that, hey, someone I've worked with before, let me throw him a bone and give him a job back in the NFL. We do not know. Kind of cool history, though, that he was a pick of the Miami Dolphins. Never played for the Dolphins, but he was picked by the Miami Dolphins, according to Pro Football Reference, back in the draft in, I think, 1993. I said, yes, 1993. I honestly didn't even know that, but I know the name Ronnie Bradford, but I forgot, and I follow the draft, but just one of those names. He never made the team, so I guess he just went out of my Dolphin brain. Hey, good morning, G-Man. Big fins up to you. Guys, if you are up for me running a mock draft, and if any of you is willing to fill in the picks as they come up, because this is an inactive show, I will run the draft. look and see whoever wins, and I will pick that player for that spot. Whoever name gets the most love, or if it's only one person that picks, then that's what we will do. All right, Dolphin Don, here we go. Let me get those stats up there real quick. Just to keep in mind while I'm looking around, so you don't have to see me looking all down at the computer for too long. I would throw our picks numbers up there. These are the draft picks that we are working with as of right now, unless you guys generate some trades. Those are the picks we're walking. Hey, Finn's up to you as well, Timothy Washington. Always a pleasure having you go. Let's see. So here we go, guys. I am getting the thing going here. We will go with the Pro Football Network one. I know some people like the PFF one. I'm more of I use the Pro Football Network one. Let's see, Miami fast. Guys, do you want just to do 2 rounds, or you want to do it all 7 rounds? If you guys want to do all 7 rounds, that's fine. If you just want to do the first 2 rounds so we hammered them out quick, that's fine too. But I'm about to start it here. All right, all 7. Here we go. All 7. There we go. 7. Now let me. Don't worry, guys. I'm still with you. It's harder to do when I don't have my co-host here to entertain you guys while I'm looking on the back end here. All right, there we go. Now let me share the screen. Now I got to come back to see if it's working. Okay, I'm going to go full screen on you guys. I'm going to move this so you guys have better. Sorry, guys, you're getting advertisements there because I'm getting advertisements over here. Let's see. Oh, great, guys. Let's see. All right. So I have it on Miami. I have it all 7, and I have it on fast. Let's enter this draft. Okay, we have pick number 21. We have what's 3 trades on. I'm going to look at the next one. I don't like that one going all the way down to 43. Let's see what the next one is. Oh, this one, guys. This one here. Go to Kansas City's pick at 32, have the last pick of the draft, but pick 64. Keep in mind, that sounds pretty good to me because we have a lot of filler where we don't have draft picks. So let's see. So let's see what you guys say there. Let me go down. No trades. Okay, no trades. All right. So we do no trades, and let's see who's on the board. Let me go back. Sorry, guys. Remember, solo operation here. So I am just not going to do any of these right now. So who's on the board? So what position do you guys want? We got who's on the board there. You can see right there, but then I can go whatever position you guys want me to go. Let's see what's on offense. Let's see who's at offensive tackle. You got at offensive tackle, you got JC Latham, Alabama. You got Mims, Alabama. And New, I probably screw up the name, but you see it out of Washington. And then we'll see at center, we got Jackson Powers Johnson and Zach Frazier. Let's see. Center DT, no QB. Sounds like Fields. To me, proposed trades are always too good. Yeah, I agree. Scotty, they do their thing. I would have took that trade. Just wanted to see. Hey, that's we can do that later. Dolphin Dawn. Let's see who's G Man. Dan, what's that trade? Justin, you really want a quarterback? You really want to stir the pot this morning? Let's just see for fun Who's that quarterback? You got J.J. McCarthy and Bo Nix at quarterback as their top two guys that are first round worthy picks, according to this. And then I take JP or Fontenot in the first every time. So JPJ or Fontenot. So, hmm. So which one, Scotty? We're going to go offensive line since Jaden Daniels is not there. So which one, Scotty? You want Fontenot or JPJ? And then hope Frazier falls this time by luck. We will see. So something. All right, we're going center, guys. We are going center because that is where we're going. Sorry, remember, guys. I have to see what you guys are saying. Then I got to go back. So you got to live with me for a minute. So here we go. Now I'm going, and I am drafting Jackson Powers Johnson. And then boom, now I'm running through the draft. Now in Miami's, we're gonna do trades right now. We can maybe do it on the next run around. Right now, we are at pick 55. And for fun, I would put a quarterback up there. Phoenix Jr. is up there. I know some people like him. Running back. Here, let's first do all. These are the names in all that are best on the board as we got a tight end. We got, let's see who we have on offense, on offensive tackle. Ooh, we go way down the rankings for offensive tackle according to these people. Of course, this is way early in the process. Things will change. But right now, you go all the way down to 91 on a guy out of Yale if you want to fix the offensive tackle position. So I don't know about that. Let's see who's winning. We shouldn't trade up, depending down. Phoenix needs to change his name. Yes, Dolphin John. Phoenix, pull it. All right. Jimmy, remember Atlanta picked us before we traded into. So, guys, who do you like there that's remaining on the second round at pick 55? This is our last really big, important pick of the draft because we have a lot of filler space after this one. We don't have anything in the third and the fourth round. So, you guys have to hit a home run on this one. So, let me go back to all. These are the highest ranked guys left on the board. So, and then, like I said, if you want to go to offense, if you want to go tight end, offensive tackle, offensive guard. I'm just looking. Center we already did. QB. So I'm going to see running backs. All right, Diamond does. And can you read the name? All right, so I guess the names are hard to see. Yeah. At what position? Let's see. You got. Let me go to all. Here's the ones that are Michael Penix, Sweet, the tight end, another tight end, John Tavian Sanders, linebacker Adrian Cooper, Texas A&M, wide receiver Malachi Corley, Michael Hall. So it depends really what position you guys want, guys. I'm trying to go through all the different names there. Let's see. Linebacker. Sanders is a real interesting there. So Sanders. Let me go back up here. We're going Sanders, guys. So we're not going to drag this out. We're going Sanders. Then I'm going to just go with the first name, man, because we have to go 100 picks off the board before we pick again. So I'm just going to see the first guys you guys say. Oh, man, that is way too long. That is way too long to go. So here we are, guys. We are at pick 156. We are at pick 156. Let's see if there's any offensive tackles worth that pick. You got Javon Foster out of Missouri, Darius Henderson, Kristen Jones, Garrett Greenfield out of South Dakota State, Nathan Thomas. Let's see, running backs, and some people love their running backs. We got Ray Davis out of Kentucky, Gerard Jordan, Blake Watson, Jordan Hohemy. I'm going to go to the all. This is all. Remember, we're at pick 156. You got, well, we already just took a tight end, so that's going to be, we got Curtis Jacobs, linebacker, Penn State, Keith Randolph, defensive tackle, Ray Davis, again, running back. We got a cornerback out of Penn State, Hardy, safety. So let me see. Now I got to go back over you guys and see who you guys like. Cooper Beebe, that's my dude. Gonna make that's why I want Daniels. Who are receiver left? Let me see who's receiver left. Offense receiver. We have Smith out of Texas A&M. I don't know. I want to try to say his first name is Enes Smith. I probably screwed that up. That's why I didn't want to say it. Jalen Coker, Saquon Jackson, Jordan Whittington, Isaiah Williams, and Joshua Cephas. And then, let me go back to all. So is any guys? I don't know. Let me go back. Wow, I like B, but he's a guard only prospect, and I'm taking research to sign, hunt, and draft BB. Let's see who is left on offensive guard. Nope. Let's see. I don't know, guys. So who do you like? I'm just going to go to all. So you got Ty Curtis Jacobs, linebacker. Keith Randolph, Illinois, defensive tackle. Ray Davis. See, that's why I say, man, these late round picks really hard to know. It's a reach, but Cohen out of Miami is a thought. If you yes, I don't know about Daniels is too. Cohen out of Miami. It could have been possible if Greer was fired. Yes, G-Man, but Greer is not fired, and he's here. But today, you guys get to pick the players, so that's what's the fun part is. You're right, Justin. I think teams should draft a quarterback every year. Dolphins are kind of limited this year in the number of picks we have. But just for fun, these are the quarterbacks left on the board. Sam Hartman, Joe Milton out of Tennessee. I know his name's gotten some play. Jason Bean out of Kansas. Austin Reed. So these are Western Kentucky. These are all late round picks, flyers, basically to replace Skylar Thompson if you draft a quarterback at that point. Once we get the fifth, I agree, it's all a crapshoot. After our first two picks, it is what it is to me. No, you're right, Scotty. That's how I'm looking at this draft. Milton has a canyon of arm, but he's a seventh. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to go, since this is a crapshoot at this pick and no name is sticking up there, I'm just going to go Curtis Jacobs, the linebacker, because I want to move this draft along. I just went with the highest rated linebacker according to them. We can get into other stuff later. Here we are, guys, at pick 185. Ray Davis, the Kentucky running back, is still sitting there. Another run, Tyrese Knight, linebacker out of UTEP. Drake Nugent, center, Michigan. We are already taking care of our center needs. Eric All, tight end. We've already taken care of tight end. Will Putnam, another center. Kristen Boyd, defensive tackle, Northern Iron. Quarterback, Sam Hartman. Josh Proctor. So, guys, let's see. We got an edge guy there, Zion Topula Futuna, edge Washington. And guys, don't kill me for saying the names all screwed up. all depends on what happened to his contract. Okay. So no one seems to know. So I am just gonna pick a pick because this is really hard to go back and forth when I don't have my great co-host up here entertaining you guys while I'm working the back. I am just picking an edge guy right at our pick 185, 185 because we need some edge help. You guys can tell me if he's any good or not. I haven't gotten that far. I just started rating the first 2 round guys that are all projected by others. We're at pick 199, guys. We are pick 199. Again, and this is all another. Speaking of all, you got Eric All tight end, Sam Hartman quarterback Notre Dame, Mirez Leafau linebacker Notre Dame, Blake Watson running back Memphis, Patrick McMorris safety, running back George Holani out of Boise State, Decorian Patterson CB UFC University of Central Florida, Javon Briggs, defensive tackle. Remember, guys, this is pick 199. I'm going to go over there with a first round pick. Yes, Awkward Lemon wins this. How long they pick? I go Maris Leafau. Maris Leafau. Let's see. All right, taking him. Dolphin Don. I'm just going with the first name that pops up, guys, because, and here we go, man, basically getting to our last 7th round pick here. So at the 7th round pick, we got, man, tight ends keep on popping up first. AJ Barner, tight end, Michigan. Gabe Hall, defensive tackle, Baylor. Omar Spreets, linebacker, LSU. Isaiah Williams, receiver, Illinois. Jami Groma, defensive tackle, James Madison. Quarterback out of South Alabama, Carter Bradley. There he is, Masao, linebacker, UCLA. Luke Reamer, linebacker, Nebraska. Guys, we are way down here. There's a center from University of Florida. And let's see. But we've already taken care of our center. So I'm going to go back to you guys and see what the first name is. Aquaman's Scotty, I agree. Barner is too small. There are. Okay, guys, I am going to end this sucker, and I'm taking this Gabe Hall, defensive tackle, because who knows? And that's it. So we have Jackson Powers Johnson, Tavian Sanders, Curtis Jacobs, Zion. That you guys see the name. Those are the names. Marcus. So we stood pat, got our picks, and those are where we stand. We stay with our 6 picks that we have. No trade ups, no trade downs, and that's where we stood. So those are the names. Yeah, I can see guys where it's hard to see. Jackson Powers Johnson, the Travian Sanders, Curtis Jacobs, the edge rusher out of Washington, the linebacker out of Notre Dame, and there I can finally say a name, Gabe Hall out of Baylor, defensive tackle. So there you go, guys. I'm going to take this off, and you're going to get my ugly mug once again. And there it is. So, guys, thank you for bearing with me. It's hard when I'm doing the draft because I can't see what you guys are saying because I have to be over there on the other screen. So, thank you. Big kudos for you for sticking with me during those moments. Shake Money in the house. Guys, check him out on the Fins tailgate. Always fun over there to see them do what they do on the Fins tailgate. And they have basically 7 days a week. And that's how they roll. Sorry, guys, I almost lost my internet. If it gets choppy, I'm down to one little bar. I don't know what's going on, Xfinity. Come on, Xfinity. You advertise that you guys got the best internet. So that's it. Shake Money, he says. Dolphin John says, hey, Shake Money. True Blazer with free agent being first. Drafting needs can. Oh, no, definitely for sure. Without a doubt, True Blazer. After free agency hits, then we really know what the needs are. the Dolphins have to do a lot of work before free agency to get to be able to spend money in free agency. They got to rework their own books. I saw reports yesterday. I say reports because whether they're real reports, fake reports, or just social media, but Deshaun Watson wants to stay with the Dolphins and get his contract worked out. We will see on that. And I don't know. I mean, Deshaun, but you know what I mean? Not Deshaun Watson. Deshaun, our defensive back, man. My name got screwed up for a minute. But our safety that we picked up last year. We will see on all that. Good morning, Dolphin John from Shake Money. So anyway, guys, we had our first mock draft. Like I say, hopefully I get someone in here to be a co-host again in the near future. Not naming names, Justin, but hopefully I get some people in here to help me out while we run some of these mock drafts. But I understand. I'm just tease you guys because I know it's busy time of the morning. Your guys are out there hustling. I get it very well. So I just appreciate you guys even giving me a minute, an hour basically every morning that you guys come in and listen. It is awesome. It's a long way away till next season. So we got to do a lot of talk just to talk. So hopefully you guys just keep on coming in every morning because it's always a thrill to have you guys come in here. I like that the Dolphins did add to the special teams coaching staff. Yes, he's not the special teams coordinator, whatever. Like we talked the show, but I know some people just came in. So if you haven't heard, the Dolphins hired Ronnie Bradford as senior special teams assistant. Again, I don't know if that's really just a special teams assistant coach, but they threw the name senior on there to make it look fancier. Or is he really going to have like a good role helping the special teams improve? Because it was outside of Sanders kicking, our coverage teams, he was good. I mean, Sanders was very consistent this year, solid year put in by him. Thank you, Sanders. You came through. And Jake Bailey did, not great, not horrible, but I think they move on from him because he did shank some bad punch. I think they move on him and probably get a cheaper option on the punter front. Though supposedly Sanders really liked how he holds the ball, but it's not even out of the norm that Sanders gets. We don't even know. We don't even know what they're going to do in the salary cap maneuvering on how they're going to free up money because every single dollar is critical for the Dolphins this year as they're sitting nearly $60 million over the cap. Not quite that, but if you're rounding up to the tens of millions, you're going up 60 million. So yes, it was. Our special team coverage and blocking was worse in the NFL. I agree. I agree. I agree. That's why I thought that was the one move that they would make. But again, maybe they know it's other reason or they think it's other reason. It's not the players. I mean, it's the players not doing their assignments. Who knows? But I'm surprised because normally the coaching one that is the one that falls on the sword. And I thought Crossman might be gone just because of the unit's performance. But obviously, McDaniel seems to like him, and he has stayed with the team. So hopefully they improve from within. Hopefully Bradford brings some new, fresh thoughts to the team and say, hey, man, we need to do it this way, this way. I find this way to work better as long as we got a coach with, as long as Crossman doesn't have a huge ego and is willing to listen to someone that's technically under his status, then maybe we can have some improvements there. I don't know. I did think that was going to be a move that they made and letting go Crossman. But at the end of the day, he's our special teams coach. So we just have to hope they bring in players that are better on special teams. Some of the bottom of the roster guys that are very important to the success of the team because those guys are the guys out there on the special teams unit. Hopefully we churn those over and we get better guys out there being headhunters on the special teams. As far as return game last year, let's face it, kickoffs are almost non-existent in the NFL nowadays. There's a few, there's a few every week. that get returned, but most of these kickers are just kicking the ball out of the end zone almost every single time. And as far as punt returns, I would say Braxton Berrios was very reliable. Never, you knew he wasn't. I should say never because everyone's going to muff one from time to time. But you felt fairly confident that he was going to catch the ball. Now, did you ever think he was going to take one to the house? No. But also, as Scotty pointed out, or in one of his comments, the blocking was bad. So you can't always say it's on him. If there's nowhere to go, there's nowhere to go. So we do have that. Playoffs are too straight. I'm not able to say a decade G-men continue on the Black Forest. It's like I said, it's all keep it good, man. We got to keep this all good. Our blocking and punt cover was so bad. Burrios always wanted to have a guy in his face before he even caught the ball. No, I agree with that. And one wholeheartedly, I agree with that. That's where I really believe coaching does play a part. If you get in there and you coach them up better, it makes a difference because our offensive line did much better under Barry than they had other offensive line coaches over the years. Not saying they were all pros out there, saying they were, but they performed for the most part at a level that an NFL team needs an offensive line. So I do believe coaching plays a good part in it, especially the position coaches, because those are the um, roles that the coaches, those are the players see every day. Those coaches in the position groupings is when they go every day into their offensive line room. It's the position coach taking charge of the room. So I do believe there is some hope in that regard. And special teams is just a special function because most of those players are doing different things during the day. So they have to have time for special teams, but a lot of them are in their position grouping. So then they get some time with the special team. So that's why it makes it hard sometimes to form those. But they can coach them up. I do believe that they can coach them up and just get more talent. Bottom line, talent wins in the NFL. You need better talent because talent prevails in the end of the day. You may get some upset wins along the way during the season, but ultimately, talent is the end all be all in the NFL. And getting the most out of that talent, keeping the talent healthy, are the two keys to a good NFL season. Getting the most out of your talent and keeping them healthy, which the Dolphins have a hard get smacked down in a couple of those areas, especially keeping them healthy. The Dolphins had a strong edge rushing room that was by time we played in the playoff game, we were signing on guys off the street to come play in a playoff game. So it just shows how quickly talent can fall by the wayside when injury bugs hit your team. I mean, we had solid. We had Chubb, we had Phillips, and we had Van Ginkel. By the time the playoffs rolled around, all those guys were out. We were signing guys off the street to come and expect to get jobs done. So talent, end of the day, is the key factor, but coaching can help. Guys, keep it super friendly in here, all you guys. I just want to keep it all friendly, keep it nice. We all have different opinions. That's how it goes. No reason to fight among ourselves. The one thing at the end of the day, we all want the Dolphins to win. That's what we want. We want the Miami Dolphins to win. I appreciate all your guys' fun opinions, man, because Justin, you rock. Aquaman, you walk. Whether you guys agree, disagree, let's just keep it civil because you guys all rock. It's all fun. End of the day, we have nothing to do with this. We want it. We all love the passion. We love the Dolphins. That's it. That's what we want. So let's just keep it friendly, fins up. We all want the Dolphins to get to the Super Bowl. Every fan of every team wants their team to get to the Super Bowl and win. Unfortunately, only one team every year gets to that said Super Bowl and wins it. Two teams get to it, but only one team can win for it. It's only one fan base is happy at the end of every year. And right now, it seems like Kansas City has a lock on the patent on the trademark rights to win a Super Bowl. So until teams start knocking them off, There's going to be a lot of happy Kansas City Chiefs fans over the year because all year people are saying, "Oh, the Kansas City Chiefs just seem down this year." End of the year, though, who was hosting the Lombardi Trophy? It was once again Patrick Mahomes and crew because they got Patrick Mahomes. What are you going to do? Is ask a hard man to beat. This guy's on pace to be one of the best ever. He may have already been one of the best ever. I mean, he already is one of the best ever. I don't get into greatest of all time because that's really hard. If you just count Super Bowls, then you say Brady. But if you talk talent on the field, then there's a whole bunch of other variables. So just depends how you say what you label as greatest. So, but you can't say that he's not already among the greats to ever play. And until you get the recipe on how to beat him, it's going to be a lot of Kansas City winning. So there's going to be, it's very hard. New England had their magical run. So you think you're finally over that. Now Kansas City's having a magical run in the AFC. So who are we to argue among ourselves? All we want is the Dolphins to go and win. That's it. Simple. Let's see. Hey, Cap for life. Big fins up. Didn't see you sneak into the room. So thank you very much for sneaking into the room today. Big fins up to Cap for life, who's a dedicated Dolphin fan, goes to all these shows on all these different great channels, on the Miss Fins, on my channel, on the Fins Sports Network, on the Fins Tailgate. He finds Dolphins content and he wants what we all want to the Miami Dolphins to win football games. At the end of the day, guys, that's all we want. That's how I look at it. Because no matter what we want, no matter what player we want them to sign, if Mr. Ross isn't calling us to say who we should pick, we might as well just sit back and let them paint the vision of the team they think's right. Because all we have to do, and I'm no huge fan of Chris Greer by any means, but I want him to do the best. I want to be able to eat my words after we win. And I say, oh my God, Chris Greer built a playoff winning team. I would start with a playoff winning team at this point because it takes one playoff win to win the next playoff win. So let's start with that baby step of getting a playoff win. And I hope I get to eat my words as I see a magical playoff run. But till then, I'm no huge fan. I don't think Chris Greer is great, but I'm a fan of him because he's on my Miami Dolphins team. So I root for Chris Greer to do the best possible job for the Miami Dolphins. I probably have some tweets out there that people can come back and have a cold take because I said I don't think Chris Greer has what it takes to build a championship team. He hasn't shown it yet. I would love for me to eat those words. That's what I want. I want Chris Greer to say, "Pah, make me look bad. He doesn't know I exist, but make me look bad for all you guys that seen my tweets about him can come out and say, hey, what do you think, Rob? Not about Chris Greer." And I would say, hey, I was wrong, and I'd be happy as anything because all I want is this logo. Well, it's not actually this logo anymore, but you get my point. The Miami Dolphins to be hosting the Lombardi Trophy one day, and orange and aqua confetti be falling down upon our team as they host that said trophy. But until then, I just want them to be the best they can be. That's what I'll look at it. Hey, Abba, I didn't see all you guys that sneak in. Don't think I ignore you. It's just I didn't happen to see one of you great teammates roll into the room because you guys are great. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys doing this show. And I would drop a link for a panel show in the next couple of days. It will be fun. And actually, Shake Money, if you're still in the house, El Capitan is going to be on the show tomorrow night with Steve and I on the Fins Talk Sports Network. So that should be fun. Hey, Mike. How do we have hope? I understand. This is more reasonable talk, Mike. I understand. I hate being negative, but how do we have hope if Greer making the picks, trades, free agents, signing? Say, do we think he is going to make an about face and suddenly become a genius? Doubtful. I know, Mike. That's why I say he's the one guy that I feel he's one of the guys I feel kind of not so great about because I try to be super positive as a fan, but Chris Greer has never just wowed me. He's been with the organization since 2000. That was the last year we won a playoff game, but that was just as a regional scout after he had spent some time with New England. So he's been with this organization almost the whole time that we haven't won a playoff game. And I'm not blaming him. He didn't have much say. He was working his way up the organization. Give him credit for that. He worked all his way up, got from scout and got into the player personnel status label instead of regional scout, and worked his way up to general manager, which he's been in since 2016. But some people say he didn't really have the power till 2019. But already in the NFL, that's a long time. And he hasn't built that winner. Has he picked some good players? Most certainly, he has picked some solid players along the way, but he hasn't hit consistency enough. The draft is a crapshoot. I understand. Most teams, most fans across the whole NFL are complaining about the same thing we're complaining about. Unless you're the Chiefs and the 49ers, who are consistently good, but they always just find a way to lose in the end. But they're always good, so they're always drafting well. There's not many teams that just draft as well. It's frustrating that the Packers are already good again, but here we are, millions of years into a rebuild, and we haven't won a playoff game. It is frustrating, and I understand the frustration. The one thing I don't understand is why some people fight among themselves among Dolphin fans. That's the only thing I don't get because we all want the same goal, and none of us have say in said same goal. So let's just enjoy it, man. It doesn't matter. Why is everyone? What did Awkward Man say that got all you guys all fired up? But anyway, all right. I don't agree with equating being realistic only being negative. Yep. I don't agree with equating being realistic with only being no. You're right, man. This I agree, Scotty, with you. There's plenty of things to point out wrong about this Miami Dolphins team as it stands here on February 19th, 2024. But with that said, they can still fix things and put together a good football team. It's not going to be easy coming back. It's not because Joe Burrow is going to be back in the AFC next year. The Ravens, they may not get it done in the playoffs like people think they're going to do every year, but they're going to be back and be a force to be reckoned with. The Chiefs, they're not going anywhere anytime soon as long as Mahomes is in his prime, doing what he does. Andy Reid's already said he's coming back next year. So the Chiefs are already right up there in contention. Aaron Rodgers is coming back for the Jets. We will see what he gives them because he's going to be, what, I think he's 40 something years old, which is a lot younger than me. So I'm not picking on his age, but for NFL standards, that's pretty old. And he's coming off a year he hasn't played for a long time, other than a few plays to start the season. So how much, and if they don't improve their offensive line, he's going to be getting hurt again, unfortunately. And I don't want that. I want him to complete the whole season so we can beat Aaron Rodgers. So Jet fans can't say, oh, you only beat us twice this year because we didn't have Aaron Rodgers. I want the Dolphins to face the best. But just saying, he is coming back. New England's going to probably be better. Can we guarantee 2 victories against New England next year? Because we beat the Jets both times and we beat New England both times. That may not be as easy as a road this year. So you're going to have to find wins out there. It's tough, guys. It's tough. I think we all want greatness and championships. That's it. But I mean, let's face it. I B McD says I just don't want to lose and be stuck with an average QB. We've been see how the story. I know, and I know our quarterback is a lightning rod. That's why I try not to mention him by name half the time because then it becomes our quarterback talk show when we have a whole other topic. Yes, he's a lightning rod. He's probably going to get money this year. It's going to really be a big lightning rod. And if he doesn't, he plays on his 5th-year option, then we will know maybe they aren't as high on him as they say they are publicly. But if he gets the big bag of money that's up there, like we're hearing, that's going to be up there in the Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert and Daniel Jones money, then there you go. Then that's it. Then it's going to really be an ugly couple of days on Twitter. All the infighting. Don't even want to say his name, but you guys know who I'm talking about because you can't say his name without creating whether he sucks or whether he's great or whether he's meh. Bottom line is, as long as he's on my team, that's our quarterback. That's how I look at it. And you got to root for him to be the best for the Miami Dolphins to get to that elusive playoff win that we haven't had since December 30th, 2000. And like I say, it's President's Day. Do you guys know who was president the last time the Dolphins won the Super Bowl? The answer is way too long ago if you go back in the presidents. But that's President's Day. I hope some of you guys are off today. Me in my old job of shift work, holidays were just holidays if it happens to fall on your regular days off, RDOs as we call them. Today would have been my RDO, recently retired. But I had gotten to the status where I was off Sunday, Monday, Tuesdays. So today would have been and it's beautiful when it falls on your day off because you still get the holiday pay and you're off. So that was always a fun day. But anyway, that was always a good thing. But if you guys are out there working today, be safe, earn that big money, and thank you for giving me your ears to listen to as you're out there doing your thing. Yes, I know. You knew, man. How do you know, Shake? I was talking about Skylar Thompson. Thank you. I did not know that you were so smart. That's what I'm talking about. Skylar Thompson. He's a polarizing figure in the Miami Dolphins lore. He just creates so much infighting. People talk about him on panel shows with Omar Kelly and Pupar. It's just amazing that everyone's talking about Skylar Thompson. You are good, Shake Money. That's why it's another beautiful day in the Zamuda. Shake Money just knows how I'm thinking. And yes, Nixon was the president of the United States when the Dolphins won the Super Bowl. The one president that had to resign in the history of the United States was the Super Bowl. Maybe that's the curse of the Miami Dolphins. You know, that was our president when the Miami Dolphins won the Super Bowl. Mr. Richard Milhouse Nixon was the president when the Miami Dolphins won their Super Bowls. But hey, it is what it is. Hey, at least we had a historic president be the Super Bowl, maybe the president when we won the Super Bowls. Hey, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, Justin. I understand you coming in here. I love it. I'm cutting right and running with Sky as backup this season. Save some cap. Yes, Scotty, and then pick up a young quarterback. I could see that very feasible. I know that would make some Dolphins mad, but I can see that being a very logical way to save money. And that's why I wish we had more draft picks so we could throw a pick in there somewhere. And we may still very well throw a pick and shock the world and take a quarterback somewhere. But when you only have a pick in the first and the second, you can't be taking quarterback with those two picks this year, unless you're just admitting already the rebuild's already starting now. Because if you take that, that's what you're telling me that the rebuild's starting now. And if you take a pick that early, because we need players that come in and contribute this year in these first and second picks. So if you take a first round quarterback or a second round quarterback, to me, that's saying you're almost throwing in the towel and you don't have the future guy as your current quarterback right now. That's how I look at it. But we will see. Mike Sterner said Ross is so oblivious. How does he not see the Dolphins never came to close to Greer's proclamation saying they are going to build the trenches and be competitive every year? Yes. I agree. That is the weirdest change from where when they started this rebuild, when Adam Gates was shown the door, and they said, "Well, Adam," it was kind of more like, "Well, Adam wanted to win now," which was it was kind of started the whole tanking thing into the picture. Adam wanted to win down. They move on from Adam Gase, and they say we're going to build the right way from now on. We're going to build sustainable winning football, basically saying they're going to do it through the draft, do it young, and come up with that way. But somewhere along the line, they went from doing that to saying F them picks, throwing out picks for Chubb and Hill, not saying they aren't good players. Chubb's hurt, but and Hill has helped Tua's performance lays the level it has. But they went from that and then, still throwing big money at Ramsey and a pick on him, not a high pick on him, but a pick in last year's draft on him, but had to give him the money. And so that makes it tough because when you got all that top level talent, man, you really got to hit on those other draft picks. And then when you draft a Cam Smith who doesn't sniff the field that often, and Chindel Tinning the year before that can't sniff the field down few 2 years after now, coming into his third year, you got issues. You got to nail those picks if you're going to say F those high picks. You got to nail those other picks to fill in the roster because you don't want to be top heavy. Because what happened when the top heavy players start getting injured? It tips over. You give a lot of money to Armstead, good when he's in there, but he's never played a complete season in his whole NFL career. He's a baller. Love him out there balling when he's out there, plays injured, but he misses time. Chubb, you give up a first round pick and a bag of money. Bad luck, bad karma, whatever you want to call it, from him being out there late in that game, but he gets hurt, and now he's going to not even be on the team to start next year on the active roster. Then Phillips gets hurt. It just sucks. I mean, your draft pick gets hurt. So it's just like sometimes it's just bad. But when you got so much money tied up in a few players, it's hard to fill those solid other core with some veterans that are chasing that wins. That's done other things. That's where New England was so good for so long. They got a lot of those free agents coming in there that's done everything but win the Super Bowl. So they go in there and they sign with them, and they were never top heavy in the salary cap over their winning years. They would let people walk in free agency and just kept that thing churning and churning and churning. Lo and behold, they had one of the longest runs of a dynasty in our lifetimes. Now in Kansas City's looking like they got a recipe and the patent on winning. So it's just tough. Hey, Cliff D, Courtney, and she's off tonight. She will be on soon, though. We will be doing a show with her very soon, but she will be here before we know it. But tonight's show is she had to cancel because of stuff going on her personal life that she shares on Twitter. But if you guys follow her on Twitter, you will see she's always sharing, but it's not my place to say. But anyway, she has a lot of stuff going on. All I know is that you guys rock. Cliff D. Hey, Aquavision says Cliff D, what up? That is funny though, man. You guys are the greatest, man. Like I say, we all want one thing, and that's for our team to win. Shake money, knew it all. I was really talking about Skylar Thompson all along. That's how we rock. He's the future. He's a polarizing figure of the Miami Dolphins. Anyway, guys, it's almost time to end this great show. Remember, man, this show would be nothing without you guys. And if ever you got a couple extra bucks you want to throw towards the Dolphins Cancer Challenge, if you can do it during the link in my description of this video, all the money goes directly to the Miami Dolphins Challenge Cancer Research. I will be walking this coming Saturday in the 5K walk, along with hundreds and thousands of other Dolphin fans who would be doing running, biking, and all kinds of stuff. My butt's going to be walking. So, that's what I will be doing. It's going to be fun. Hope some of you guys are out there. If so, let me know. DM me and we can meet up and walk if you're one of the walkers. That's all I know. It should be fun. But again, hey, Ender, big fins up. If I understand, guys, money's tough. I hate asking people for money. That's why I seldom do it. But it is on there if you got a couple bucks to spare. That's all. That's all I ask. All the money goes for the cancer research. So it's good stuff. But anyway, on a better note, you guys rock. I appreciate you guys finding me. So what the things we talked today, the Dolphins hired Ronnie Bradford to help the special teams unit in the coaching department. We ran a mock draft. And of course, we talk all things Miami Dolphins. And I appreciate you guys coming in here so often and keeping it nice because that's my one rule on Dolphin Thursday. You got to keep it nice to each other, man, because end of the day, it's just a game. It's a game we all love, something we're passionate about. But in reality, it's just a game, and we want our team to win that game. And let's see, before I go, let's see what Mike has to say here. Let me ask you this. Do you feel any different now than you do before Flores? I mean, coach, one game, so many bad contracts, and old broken down players getting paid more than they. Oh, that's a whole show in of itself, Mike Cerner, some of the stuff that we've gone out there and got. So yes, yes. There's as far as Flores, I don't know. How before coach one game, so many bad contract and broken down play. But then they cleaned up. I know that's just weird, man. Then they cleaned up those big contracts, said they were going to do it the new way, and then they went right back to doing it the way they did it, Mike. I don't get it either. It's a head scratcher. I would say hair scratcher, but I don't have much hair, so it's definitely a head scratcher. And I don't know. It just is what it is. Oh no, you're right on that, my buddy Justin. They sell us lies and we keep buying. As far as that. They keep buying. I don't think they really sell us lies per se, but yes, I get it. They sell us the dream and we keep buying. And the dream, you can say, rather, because we all think this is it. And we keep on coming back because they go sign a couple people and they'll a good think what we think is going to be a good draft pick, or they sign a big signing, make the trade for Tyreek Hill, go trade for Chubb, bring in Ramsey, sign Armstead, and you're like, ooh, ooh, ooh. And then before you know it, we are talking about not having won a playoff game since December 30th, 2000. And the last time we won the Super Bowl, Nixon was president. That's how long it's been, guys. Way too long. Way too long. Like I always say in here, I have my oldest son almost going to be done with the university. He'd be done with the University of Florida next year, and in all of his life, he's never seen the Dolphins win one stinking playoff game. I'm talking playoff game, not Super Bowl playoff game, guys. Not a wild card victory you back your ass into. Nothing. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Now we are the number one team, longest streak. Hey, if you can't be the best, you might as well be the best at being the worst playoff drought streak in NFL. Now that the Detroit Lions got a victory out of the way, a couple victories out of the way, we have not had a playoff game for that long. 2 decades, man, for the Miami Dolphins, a team I grew up loving and expecting to win at least playoff games. They didn't win a Super Bowl in the 80s when I was a kid, but hey, at least they were in it and competing every year, breaking my heart, but I thought that was bad. Now, 2 years without a playoff, not even a wild card back lucky fumble that you get a break that you shouldn't have won a game, nothing. And until, it's just bad. But anyway, that's for a whole other episode. Mike, you got me fired up right at the end of the show. Oh, yeah, playoff win is a must this year, Scotty. It's a must. Heads will roll, I think, if they don't win a playoff game, man. I really believe that. Just like for Dodger fans, I'm not a Dodger fan in baseball, but like if the Dodgers don't win the World Series, they're going to have heads rolling out there on the coaching staff. So it's just like that's some teams are going to be under that. This Dolphins team is at that level that they got to at least win a playoff victory. It's just how it is, man. It's for sure. And you guys are coming up with too much good material right here at the end of my show. I gotta go. Let's see. They don't care about Dolphin fans. They care about money and filling you guys started with Danny and we're never in. Gee, oh, hey, Canes Dolphin man. Good morning. You came in late, but you're still great. Big fins up, and know those thumbs up because you rock. Thank you so much for coming in here. Like I say, this all I know, guys. I've said it a few times throughout this show. We all want the one thing. We all want the Dolphins to win it all. We'd be happy with a playoff win to start because you can't win the Super Bowl without winning at least one playoff game. All the other ones, you can call people delusional. You can call people too mean. Doesn't matter. We have no control. Let's just enjoy it, guys. Enjoy the entertainment. Look at it for what it is. It's entertainment. For us, it's no different than in the WWE because we have no control over the script anyway. So it doesn't matter. Just watch it. And I'm not really a big WWE fan, but you guys get the reference because it's all scripted to whatever they want to have happen. So for us, it's just entertainment. We have no say in who they're going to pick, no say who's going to get playing time. Mike McDaniel doesn't call me and say, "Hey, who do you think I should go with at this week, Rob? I really need your input." That's not going to happen. So at the end of the day, let's just enjoy it. That's it. We have no other thing to do but ride the wave when they're up and they're down. And there's been a lot of down lately. But hey, at the end, I'm still happy to be a Miami Dolphins fan. And I'm with that. I'm going to be out of here, guys. Thank you so much. Remember, I in the middle of updating dolphinthursday.com, so it has not been updated for the past. I'm updating the backside, I should say, to fix some stuff that's messed up on it. For some reason, I can't enter stuff and can't correct stuff when I finally get to enter stuff. So I'm working on that. But dolphinthursday.com is my website. It's just all fun stuff, no news, breaking stuff, just whatever's on my mind. A lot of trivia stuff and stuff like that. Just give it a few days and I'll be posting new content up there. But anyway, guys, just remember, you guys rock. Big fins up, thumbs up to you guys. The Dolphins are our team. The Dolphins of Miami, they break our hearts more often than not. But end of the day, we just want them to win. Hey, Franklin Stubbs, better late than never. Heading out. Nail those buttons for me because you guys rock. No further ado, guys, I'm out of here. Thank you once again, and I will be on soon again.
Dolphins thirsty, they never show no mercy. On the field or in the game, Miami knows how to play. Dolphins thirsty, we all get down and dirty. Tell you what you want to know, it's the Dolphins Show. Quench your thirst for all things Miami Dolphins. They are the football kings, cause they play to win. Come on in and have some fun, whether we have lost or we have won. For